Okay, so exactly where we left, and let me before I begin, I want to state this that all we are doing is assigning things into variable. Now, once the things are being assigned into the variable, it's just a matter of representation, how you want to represent them in your state. Okay, so we are not doing much in here. Our job is already being done, but I just want to place the things nicely as well. Okay, so let's go into the render, and we now already have an access of things in the property. So let's just get all of the user data. So we are going to simply say let user data with a small d is going to have an access to all the this dot props dot user data with a capital D. I hope you get the difference there because this lowercase user data is now my variable. We don't need to use this dot prop, this dot prop, this dot prop everywhere. I can just say user data dot home URL, user data dot name, just like that. So that is why I'm making my life easier in here. Okay, and what we are gonna do now is let's just have a few variables there so that we can put them in here. That is gonna be good. So we are gonna say let followers is gonna be equal to, let's use our backticks again, and you will realize what I'm trying to do in here is I'm using a $sign there, and I'm simply saying user data with a small d, and I want to access the dot home URL. Okay, in this case home URL, and we are gonna simply say slash followers, and you will realize what I'm doing in a second, but just bear with me for a second and you will realize this is just a representational thing. Okay, I just want followers to be appeared there, or I simply want to have a repositories there, or just like that. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So what I'll do is I'll simply command D for the repositories and command D for the following. So let's just go and work out with the following there, and all of them are going to have same data, and it's going to just redirect to different places. Like this is gonna be a link of followers, which will redirect to the followers. This will be a link to the repositories, and this is going to be a link of following. So let's work on first of all the following. So what we are going to do, instead of slash followers, we are going to simply say following. So who this guy is actually following, and this is going to be following. Okay, that's job done. And now repos. So we are going to simply say let repos, and I believe this is going to throw us back. What it's going to give us is repos. So let's just go and work on the search, work on the profile, and this is going to give you into repositories. There we go. Okay, and we are also going to work on if there is no data. So if there is no data, and we are simply going to say user data dot not found. If it has not found anything, then let's just do a check there. Then we're going to simply assign it as not found, or simply user not found would be much better message. User not found. Save that, and let's go into return now. This return is first of all gonna handle the not if nothing is being found. So what we can do inside this return, what we can do if and else block there. So what we should do is we should now go inside the render method, and in fact everything should be inside the render. I'm typing it on the wrong place, so cut that out. I'm sorry for that. Go into the render, not a big deal there, and I want to render things based on the if and else condition. So if this is the case, we're gonna render this, and we're gonna go out of this guy, and we're gonna work on with the else case. Else we want to render something else. Okay, so I'll hit an else. I don't need any curly braces there, but having a curly braces is always good idea, so I'll just use a curly braces there as well. Just return this, cut that and paste that again. I know this is a lot of cut and pasting going on, and let me just copy this as well so that I don't make a typo. And there we go. So in case everything is not good, we're gonna render this dot username. So we should be, let's just give it a class name of not found. Okay, and let's just remove I am from the GitHub, and let's do something good in here. Okay, and this is gonna have simply an h2 there, and this is just a representational thing. We have already done and completed the project, but again, things should look good. And we're gonna say hey, a long hey, just a sarcasm there, and we're gonna have some paragraph tag, and there we go. And it's gonna say couldn't find the user, or are you sure for whom you are looking for? And let's add a couple of question marks. So that is good. If we are not able to find anything, this is gonna happen. And have I saved this? Yep, I have saved. I don't know from where this I'm coming from GitHub is coming. I have no idea. I'll figure that out for sure. And let's just search for random guy and hit enter. It's not gonna work yet, simply because we are not accessing the state, I think so. And this is good, and we'll figure out the rest of the things later on. Right now it's pretty important that we get the things done in here. So this is my if case, and this should be working somehow, and it's throwing us an error. Let's just inspect that console, and following is assigned. Okay, this is good, and this should be giving us something. Okay, still not giving us anything. Let's just render the else case as well, and we'll figure out the if case later on maybe. And this is because I moved the else part. Oh my goodness, that is a bizarre mistake. Come on, I need to shrink my code a little bit so that I can see it better, because I made a bizarre mistake inside the render. This is my render going on. This is my if part, and I want everything to be inside render. Okay, make sure I make it, and yep, things are good. We can go back to the Zoom. And now let me quickly get to the GitHub sections there, and I have actually I'll do it quickly off the screen, and I'll explain you what I'm doing in here. Okay, so I've saved you some time, but don't worry, I'll explain each bit what I'm doing. So again, our not found code is still not working. That's not a big deal. We'll fix that in a moment. And let's go in here. What I've done in the else case is I have returned as something to be rendered, and this is a section. Again, in the class name, we have defined predefined CSS. And what all I'm doing in here is defining a division at the top. Now, this division, first of all, is going to have a link. And what I have done is everything from a static, I have defined them as a dynamic. For example, href is now having a variable, which is userdata.home URL, which we are getting from user data, and API is what we are calling in. Okay, and same thing goes for the title, and same thing goes for the image. We are using userdata.avatar. So all I've done is taken some time, and instead of, you could have done this in the simple HTML and CSS as well, no big deal there. But all I've done is used a dynamic data there. So h2 is again having an anchor tag there, and it is being href to not to a static link, but a dynamic link that is being generated every single time. Okay. So this is what we are getting. This is the default, and we can get anything. Like if we want to check out what is the repositories for Facebook, notice it changes down to the Facebook 0 followers, repositories 168 and following. So you can check out, and it's going to work on that. Now I believe AVK is a user. There we go, which is a pretty friendly guy there. So there are a lot of users which you can search in for there, but again, if you just make a random there, hit enter, it's not working the best thing in here. We wanted something like the user not found or anything. We are making some a mistake which we are not yet able to cope up. And again, if these things happen to you, this is completely okay. Sometimes you need a break, and I have been recording these videos for a very, very long time, so that is why it is happening. But don't worry, this doesn't mean I'm gonna leave this. This simply means I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna join back, and I'm for sure figuring this out, this mistake. But okay, so far we are going great. Let's just save this and again try with that, and let's just see. And notice our state variable is defined. That is why it's just going on there. So somehow user data not found, and I just remember that not found data.message, and it should be good, but again user data not found. Okay, it's good there, and we are looking good. And let's just look at the APIs if we are looking at it the wrong way completely. And if we are looking for something bizarre like this, what happens? Okay, we are getting a user message of not found. Okay, so this is the mistake we were doing. I think so. I think I figured it out. So let's go into the profile and user data.message. Okay, if the user data.message is not found exactly like that, let's copy this. And I was about to take a break, by the way, but again, if we can solve this in here, I think this is gonna be solid. Okay, our state variable loads up. That's good thing. If I type bizarre things in here, and again, it's not working. That's bad. And message should be user data.message. Am I typing it wrong? Come on, you can take a copy and paste there. I think I'm doing some mistake in here only. Is not found. Come on, why are you making such a mistake? I can just close this, and save that. And I'm expecting it to work now. Come on, you should be working. Okay, not able to work still. And maybe I'm making a mistake in the GitHub. Not found data.message. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. These things happen, but again, this doesn't mean I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna solve it for sure. But right now we can see our searcher is working. Let's just quickly do a quick logout. Yep, you are not able to see that. Let's do a quick login. And if you'll click on the not account, you'll be prompted with the message of all these things. Now our component is loaded. As soon as it loads up, and notice the URL, how it is being made. We have made them dynamically repositories, and it just basically /following/repositories/follower. So a thorough reading of the application is also required. If you click a logout, click on the login, and do a quick tester account, this is solid. This is solid. And let's try that. Click on not your account. And there we go. We have got full Facebook, login, Twitter, no problem at all. Sign up as well. Looks pretty solid. So definitely I'll figure it out what we are doing. This must be a slight minor mistake, but I'll for sure figure it out. And that's all about this video. For sure, if you are finding any problem or anything, if you are creating some apps, don't forget to share them with me as well. And I'll be very happy to announce them to the other students as well. So with this, I'll catch you up in the next video.